Hey everybody, happy Website Wednesday, where I just sit down and talk about a website. Today we're talking about Media Club. It is or they are a podcast post production company. So it's ran by Eric Hurst, who's based out of Kansas City. And yeah, Eric's a super cool guy, by the way. But what Media Club does is, all of the frustrating parts of operating and running and posting a podcast. What they do is they let you record the podcast and then you send that recording over to them and they take care of all the post production editing, the podcast artwork, the distribution, like getting it to the podcast networks, and then the reporting for that, and just kind of helping you strategize your podcast for your business or what have you. So they're doing some pretty cool stuff. This was a super fun website because Eric wanted the site to come across a little bit edgy, very real. And I just loved like these big buttons that we used, this kind of, like the edgy copy throughout the site. I thought that was really fun. And there's sections like this one, the typical podcast life cycle, where it was just fun to do. It ends in this big skull crossbones, getting excited about the podcast, but then it just ends in failure as you start to realize what's going on. But yeah, really happy with how this turned out. Happy to use some, social proof throughout the site. A nice process section, taking someone from where they're currently at and then showing them a quick path of, hey, you can live like this on the other side after working with us. Let's just show you how to get there. This large testimonial, I've been a real fan recently of these large testimonials. I think it can be really powerful just to have a list of reviews on a site, just from that sheer amount. But there's something about just like a nice large testimonial having the size of what would normally be like a prominent heading, where people might actually take that time to really read it. So that's one of the reasons I'm liking these, and I think in a lot of ways it could be more impactful. Yeah, and then the site ends with a pretty sweet little call to action section, and then all of these large buttons just take you to this nice call to action page where they can book appointment directly on Calendly, which I just think is great to remove any sort of friction in that customer experience. So anyways, super happy to do this site with Eric. Eric, if you're watching this, hope you're doing well, my friend. And yeah, hope the rest of you are having a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll catch you next time.